Good morning and welcome to day 15. I had to think about that for a minute. We had a good night last night at the Wayah Bald shelter. The Boy Scouts did come and there were only 2 other thru hikers there, but the Boy Scouts were very well behaved and went to bed early, so there was no ruckus, which was nice. I've got my rain gear on, except for my rain pants, because it's not raining yet, but forecast is for rain today. We had a good night last night, right, Micah? It only got down to 42 or something, so we were cozy in our tent, and had a nice oatmeal breakfast this morning. And I haven't shown you the cook system yet because a couple thru hikers came and they were cooking and I didn't want to disturb them. But I will. To be continued. Anyway, we have about 10 miles today to Wessar Bald shelter. And I understand the shelter is a nice shelter. So we actually might, if it's not too crowded, we might spend the night in the shelter as opposed to setting up our tent. Because if it's really rainy, which is forecasting for tonight, heavy rain, breaking down a tent in a heavy rain is no fun. So we're going to sort of assess the situation and see what it's like and see if we can get some sleep inside the shelter. So that's the plan. But right now it's just cloudy, and actually the sun looks like it's peeking through the clouds. So who knows? Maybe the rain will start later. Hopefully, my prayer is that I get to camp before it starts to rain. But no big deal if I have to hike in the rain. I am under no illusion thinking that I will not be hiking in the rain. And then if I do, well, maybe there'll be a new song. Oh my gosh. Anyway, hope you're all having a wonderful Friday. Thank God it's Friday and the weekend's coming. And I just spoke to my husband, Oliver, and we got cut off a few times because the reception is not great here in the wilderness. But I got the gist. He's doing very well, playing his music, working hard, and doing Symphony by the Sea this weekend. So he's got concerts happening, and he had Cape Ann Symphony last weekend. So he's a busy guy, which is good. So great to hear his voice, and love you, sweetheart, if you're seeing this video at some point, and carry on. So, all right, we will check in with you later. Next person I'm going to try to call is my son and see if I can reach him. Although, again, reception is far from wonderful in the wilderness. All right, love you all. We'll check in later down the path. Bye. Well, what a difference a few minutes makes. I just stopped to put sunblock on and my sunglasses because the sun is out. It's turning out to be an absolutely gorgeous day. There are some clouds, but the sun is peeking through. So maybe the rain will hold off for a while, which would be lovely. But the trail is beautiful. I just hiked over some little mountain, and now I'm sort of on a plateau, which is why I'm breathing relatively normally. But yeah, turning out to be a nice day. So it's 55 degrees right now. I'm going to have to take my mid layer off very soon because I don't need it. And if I take my rain jacket off, what's going to happen? Right, it's going to rain. So I just might keep the rain jacket on. Not that I'm superstitious or anything, but if I take it off, I'm going to keep it close by. But look at this. The sun is out. It's beautiful. And so we are marching on. We're 3.5 miles into our hike already. We have 7 more to go. Wessar Bald is the destination, the shelter. Maybe I'm thinking we'll move on, but I don't know. We'll see when we get there. All right, enough for now. Time to move on. Well, it's 10 to 12 and we just came upon this shelter along the way, and there's Micah, and there's a water source right there. So I think we're going to stop here for lunch. I'm not feeling really ready for lunch yet, but I think this is a good opportunity. Put our packs down for a bit. And actually it's the halfway mark of the day. So I guess this is a good place to stop. So we're going to take our packs off and have a little lunch, and we'll see you up the trail. Well, it was an 11-mile day and made it to Wessar Bald shelter. And there's the Boy Scouts. They're here too, and they're setting up. And my prayer was answered, because I was just praying, God, please hold the rain off until I get to the shelter. And that indeed happened. And as soon as we got to the shelter, it started to pour. So, not going to set up the tent tonight. Definitely going to spend the night in the shelter with Red Maple from Ontario. Say hi. Red Maple and I have the whole shelter to ourselves as of right now, unless there's some latecomers. But Mike is already nice and comfy, and I got my sleeping bag and pad all set up already. And we're both trying to stay warm. It's a little chilly. And over here is my dinner. Tonight is adventure meals, pad thai with chicken. And there is my fuel and my stove and my pot. And I'm just waiting for it to warm up. And then I'm going to chow. And probably be in my sleeping bag by 5 o'clock. So it was a great day. It really was a beautiful hike. But so glad to be here and dry. Tomorrow is a short hike, about 6 miles into the NOC, Nantahala Outdoor Center. And I'm going to be picked up by a shuttle. And they are going to bring me to a hostel. And that's where I'm going to spend the rest of that day. And then they'll bring me back to the NOC, where I'll start hiking again on Sunday. So not taking a zero, just going to take a short day tomorrow and dry off at the B&B or the hostel wherever I'm staying. All right. Hope you all had a great Friday. And I'll check in with you tomorrow. All right. Bye.